More than 30 state troopers in Massachusetts will soon have the authority to detain and arrest illegal immigrants. Republican Governor Mitt Romney signed an agreement with the federal government about 2 hours ago, but he says this is an effective strategy for homeland security. But is this more about the 2008 presidential election? To debate this controversial move is Fernando Mateo. He's the president of Hispanics Across America. And we also have with us Pat Buchanan, an MSNBC analyst. Pat, you know, the governor-elect claims this is a waste of law enforcement's time and money. What do you think?
Well, I think Deval Patrick simply is pandering to the ethnic lobbies. Look, all this does is authorize 30 state troopers to get 5 weeks of training so that if, for example, a convict comes out of prison who's an illegal alien, they can go up, arrest him, put him in jail till the ICE officials show up and kick him out of the country. It unties the hands of the police so they can help enforce our laws against criminals.
You know, Pat, you hit it on the head, Pat. 30 state troopers. Sure. How can that be effective? It's only 30.
Well, suppose to get you, they can be informed when people are coming out of prison, you know, who are burglars or robbers or rapists. They can go pick them up. That's all you need. And if the cops arrest, for example, some guy, and they say, look, we got a Mara Salvatrucha thug down here. We can't hold him because the people are scared to testify. The guy can come down there and ask him whether he's an illegal alien, lock him up, and kick him out of the country. That's all you need.
Let me bring in Fernando. What do you think about what Pat's saying?
I think that, first of all, this is a cheap publicity stunt on the part of Governor Romney. And I think that Pat Buchanan should know and understand that when an illegal immigrant is arrested for any crime that he's committed, he's not released, he's deported. So I think that we need to catch up to speed. And we also need to understand what's the definition of an immigrant. How does an immigrant look?
Let me bring him back, because that's for another day. Pat, what's your reaction? Is this a cheap publicity stunt?
Well, there's no doubt that Governor Romney's going to run for president, and this is clearly, it's a belated move by the governor. It's to help him in the politics of 2008. The reason it's going to help him, though, is because the American people want their police to have their hands untied. With regard to my friends there, that rape, that savage rape by 5 illegal aliens, all of whom had been arrested, none of whom had been checked out there by the stadium in Queens. That would not have happened if the police were free to say, are you in this country illegally? And they could have thrown these bums out.
Fernando, are they getting a free pass?
Well, no, the truth of the matter is that we're not looking here to protect illegal immigrants that come here to commit crime. I think that most immigrants come here to work, like those immigrants that were working in Romney's house, and they were from Guatemala.
Fernando, are some of them getting a free pass?
No, they're not. Absolutely not. I think that when you commit a crime in this country and you're an immigrant, you're deported. You pay for the consequences just like anyone else. I think that immigrants.
Let me get Pat in. Pat, respond.
Let me give you another example. They caught a guy down for lewd and lascivious behavior in Miami. They couldn't ask him if he were illegal. They let him go. He went out and raped 7 women. It's in my book. Example after example occurs. Look, these are the people I'm talking about right now. Can't we all agree that if they're arrested for a crime and they're here illegally and they're thugs or gang members,
we agree to that.
Them out?
Pat, we agree to that 100%. I think that whether you're legal here or not legal and you commit a crime, you've got to pay for the consequences. I mean, if you look at the jails in this country, they're not full of immigrants, undocumented immigrants. They're full of U.S. citizens that have committed crimes. We definitely have to punish those that commit crime. No question about it. But you can't profile people on a highway. If I get pulled over going through Massachusetts, if I get pulled over because I look like an illegal immigrant going through Massachusetts, I guarantee you I will sue Governor Romney in the state of Massachusetts.
Wouldn't it be a good thing if some guy going 80 miles an hour down the Massachusetts interstate,
sense, though.
He's arrested, he's stopped, and they find out he's illegal, you throw him out of the country before he kills somebody?
No question about it. You're absolutely right, and we all agree on that.
Why can't they ask people whether they're in the country legally?
What we don't agree on is how do you describe an immigrant? Every American is an immigrant.
Let the police. We got police to decide that. Take a look at the guy. If he's got all these tattoos on that say Mara Salvatrucha, he might be from El Salvador.
Well, he could also be a redneck.
Well, let him ask him.
He could be whomever it is. The bottom line is that you don't racially profile someone to pull them over on a highway. If you're breaking the law, if you're making illegal turns, if you're drinking and driving,
all right, let me get Pat in
whether
here.
or
We
not
got
you're an
5-10
immigrant,
seconds
you
left,
need
Pat.
to pay for the
If-
crime.
Pat, you get the last word.
If he's a redneck, he's a fellow American.
If he's a redneck, he should be arrested and he should be punished as well.
But kept in the country.
He should be punished.
That's a whole other debate,
He should be
guys.
punished as well, Rita.
All right, both of you, thank you very much. I think a lot of people will take issue with that,
Take
guys.
care,
Both
Pat.
of you, thank you
Take it
very
easy.
much. Love to have you both back on very spirited debate.